You probably clicked on this link because you either were recently diagnosed with COPD, or you are suffering from this debilitating disease and are looking for advice or tips to deal with this awful illness. Like you, I jumped down a similar rabbit hole. But it wasn't until I had experienced my first serious exacerbation, or flare-up, that I realized that life as I knew it would not return. Until that moment came to pass, I was still in denial and didn't take my diagnosis seriously. In fact, it took 9 years for me to finally quit smoking cigarettes. I was also a chronic cannabis smoker, but I managed to quit smoking pot 5 years after my initial diagnosis. But to be sure, it was the cigarettes that did the most damage. Please don't make the same error in judgment as I did. It's not worth the price. The first stage feels like business as usual. Granted, you'll experience the shortness of breath that typically comes with a little exertion, just as it was before the doctor's visit that changed the course of your life. You were probably prescribed a corticosteroid such as Spiriva. It's a long-term dilator used once per day. You may also have been prescribed a short-term rescue inhaler, such as salbutamol, for those moments when you suddenly feel a tightness in your chest and need immediate relief. In my case, I have asthma and emphysema. My airways get constricted and the air sacs in my lungs have great difficulty transferring oxygen into my bloodstream. COPD is a degenerative disease. There is no cure. Once you've got it, it's a downward spiral, the only question being, how fast or slow the slide will be. And that all depends on you. If you continue to smoke, it'll be a quick and bumpy ride. If you live in a dusty environment or live with pets, that will surely exacerbate potential flare-ups. Say goodbye to using cologne or perfume, as they too will have an adverse effect on your condition. In fact, anything that's artificially scented will be a no-go. Through the course of several videos, I will walk you through the many trials and tribulations that sufferers of COPD eventually go through. I will explain what you can do to mitigate the quality of your life through diet, the use of supplements, what foods to avoid, and advise you on inexpensive medical equipment that can help you strengthen your lungs and increase your breathing capacity. I will also show, through my personal experiences, what to expect if, and when, you are hospitalized due to a COPD flare-up. Unfortunately, being diagnosed with COPD can be just the beginning of the many issues you might face. There are some side effects to the medication you will receive that can lead to other health issues. This can affect the liver and kidneys, and each time you suffer through an exacerbation, it takes a little piece out of you that you cannot get back. That said, it's sage advice to stay as healthy as possible. Every visit to the emergency department of a hospital takes you a few more inches toward your demise. I wish someone had warned me of this fact. My first 2 hospital stays, although frightening and stressful, did little to leave a lasting impression on me to consider whether my condition was worsening or not, as I saw no physical sign that could easily be discerned. Trust me when I say that it sneaks up on you. Please click the like button and subscribe for more informative advice on this life-threatening disease.